moments of the driving test. Define me. Right, good morning, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me already, I'm Josh, the driving instructor, and today we have lovely Holly to join us. Would you like to say hi, Holly?
Hi. Right.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so Holly's here. She's got a test coming up in a month or so. Is it a month? About a month. She's going on holiday first to Crete. A little bit jealous about that. We're going to practice a mock test today here in sunny Stafford to just see how ready she is for her driving test. Are you a bit nervous or are you all right?
No.
You don't get nervous, do you?
Yeah, I do.
Do you? Feeling a bit nervous now, are you? A bit more real now, isn't it?
Yeah,
You're like, oh my God, what's just happened? We are going to do one of the test routes today. We might do it, we're gonna have a chat, we're gonna have fun. It's not gonna be crazy, silent, boring mock tests. If there's any big mistakes, we'll look at those probably. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Are you gonna pass, Holly?
I hope so.
You hope so? Okay.
It's always great when the car doesn't start.
You better turn the keys. See?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. So we've got one manoeuvre, we're gonna pull over 3 times.
Yeah.
And I think that's about it.
There's no one here to indicate for, I don't need to do it.
You tell me.
I'm just gonna do it anyway. Is it? Yeah, fine.
Yeah. Don't worry too much here. We're starting from sort of now.
Now?
Yeah. So remember, new road, new rules. Always check the top of the sat nav. Ignore the blue lines. Check the top. So you know where you're going, don't you?
Right.
Right. All righty then. This is something really worth remembering. Anytime you go on a new road on your driving test, it's new road, new rules. So first thing you're looking for any changes in speed limit. Second thing, have a quick look at the top of the sat nav. See where you're going next. That way you're not going to be surprised and there's going to be no confusion. Some nice turning there, Hol. Some solid turning, 10 out of 10 on that one.
Where are they going?
So you're going to probably have to go round because I think,
round?
yeah, if it was me, imagine there's a, yeah.
After 80 yards, turn left. Then, at the end of the road, turn left.
You know where you're going here? It looks like it, doesn't it?
Turn left. Then, at the end of the road, turn.
Also remember, the driving test isn't about directions at all, so if you get stuck and you want to double check if you're going the right way or which turning it is, you are actually able to ask the examiner that. You're not being tested on which way to go.
So what's the main thing I'm going to be looking for today, Holly? What am I going to catch you up on as much as possible? Not rolling back, come on.
After 200
What did we talk about last
yards,
lesson?
cross the
No.
roundabout.
Positioning.
Second exit.
Yeah? So focus on that. Big time, big focus. I'm going to turn her down because she's getting on my nerves.
Cross the roundabout. Second exit.
Are you joking me? I'm in the wrong lane.
Doesn't matter, we'll go left instead. Pop a signal on.
This is such a hard lesson to get across to people on their driving test. If you go into the wrong lane or a different lane to what the sat-nav's suggesting, just continue that other way. Don't try and change lanes. Don't try and continue round the roundabout in the left lane. Just go the wrong way. There is no fault. There's no minor fault, no serious fault for going the wrong way. You just say to the examiner, I've had to take the wrong turning here. Can you redirect? And that'll be absolutely fine.
Doing it safely is important. So you did the absolute right thing. Yeah?
So here.
Yeah.
I'm on the wrong side of the road, but it's fine. Oh, don't stop there.
Got to be really careful here, Holly. We've just cut the corner. I know there's a van there, but there are other options. What about if we'd slowed down in the main road let the van go, see where he's going, then turned onto our side of the road. And yeah, you would have had to come out, but you wouldn't have cut the corner quite so bad. You just didn't make much effort here. We're going to put it down as a minor, okay, because it could possibly be a minor as well.
After 80 yards, turn left. Then, at the end of the road, turn right.
Left here.
Turn left. Then, at the end of the road, turn right.
First gear there was a good shout.
Turn
I
right.
started to get a bit twitchy there.
Yeah.
Again, if you ever get a junction like this where you've got a car parked almost at the end of the junction, just do your absolute best to get back onto your side, show a bit of willing, and that's all you can do.
Yeah. But yeah, you ever have to go the wrong way, just go the wrong way and say to the examiner, can you redirect? I have to go the wrong way because I'm in the wrong lane, and there's not even a minor for that, let alone a serious. It's just all good in the
At
hood.
the end of the road, turn left. Turn left.
We'd forgotten to do a mirror check before going round the car.
Left here.
3/4 of a mile.
Oh.
Yeah? So always remember, that's where you look. Don't look at the blue line. It won't be as confusing on your driving test because I've got the full route on.
This is such a shame, Holly. You had two options here. When the lights are changing like this, you've got to already have decided, can I continue at the speed I'm going, or do I need to slow down? Whichever one you go for, you stick to. You don't try and go in between, or this is what happens.
That was a fast start.
Looking back, what should you have done?
Probably just gone.
Carried on. Where are you now?
Bit over the line.
A little bit over the line, aren't you? Smidge. What's the smidge between friends?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was gonna go then. Is it 30?
You tell me. What's the rule?
Straight.
You've just forgotten that right mirror check before going around the car again, Holly.
Okay, when there's one on each side, what does that mean?
It's 40.
It means it's a new zone. Yeah? A new zone means it can't be, if it's a new zone, it can't be 40 in the previous area. Yeah, and if you look in your mirror, I'm sure you'll see some 30 signs on the back of those 40s. If you see a single smaller sign on a lamppost, that's a repeater. That means it's just a continuous, you're in the zone. Yeah? Learn something new every day, don't you?
After
I'm sure I've told you that a million times, but it's okay.
left on the roundabout,
But I'm
first
gonna go again
exit.
You know again. You know, you're happy with where you're going. You're all good.
Yeah.
Go left on the roundabout, first exit.
Your frown here, Holly, is a picture that says 1,000 words. It's clear that you're a little bit muddled around here, and these two roundabouts are a bit of a pain. But what you've done is absolutely amazing because you've slowed right down and can see that you're still checking. You're keeping your positioning, which was the absolute priority. So well done there. You've done the right thing.
No, like, is that all towards Appleshaw?
You read the top?
Yeah, I'm in the right.
This is the defining moments of your driving test. The defining moments. Oh, it's so exciting.
400 yards, go right on the roundabout, third exit.
I'm just gonna go.
If you have a driving test in Stafford, I cannot say this enough, make sure you practice this roundabout. There's been too many students failing on this roundabout. Do make sure you practice, okay? If you are headed to Eccleshall from this area, from the A34, make sure you go into the right lane if heading towards Eccleshall. As you can see from that picture of the roundabout there, it is past 12 o'clock. It's actually almost like a right turn. Then as we go across the roundabout, we move across into the left lane just as Holly does. So make sure you watch this clearly if you have a test in Stafford, and make sure you practice this yourself. Because if you sit in that left lane, which is the feeder lane onto the M6, you will automatically fail your driving test.
You're not sure if you'll have to change lanes?
Go right on the roundabout, third exit.
Everyone always says you can't
Love
change
it when they
lanes.
get in the camera and they just start overthinking everything. So much fun.
Oh no, I am in the right lane.
How do you know?
I don't know.
Now, ideal world, this would be the area where you would change lanes. It's just after the previous junction. This is a nice, safe point to get into the other lane, provided there's not another car there. I mean, you've got to make sure you check your mirrors and your blind spot. And if there is another car, it's not a big deal. Just go around the roundabout again, and again, at this point, merge into the left lane.
This is M6.
Take the exit.
So you did actually change lanes a little bit late there, Holly. Luckily, there was no car there, and you did make sure you checked the blind spot, and it was very clear. So I'm going to let you off with just a minor.
All I'm going to say is well done.
What?
Well done. If you'd done that any other way, it would have been a fail. But we'll talk about it more later.
It just didn't feel right.
I think you're just overthinking it, as I say.
I am a little bit.
Yeah. You actually seem to know what you're doing, which is shocking.
That's so harsh.
Yeah, you touched 35 there, didn't you? 34. That's okay. It's okay. You brought it back down. Yeah, I'd let you off up to 36 as long as you brought it back down.
Yeah, okay.
And I have to have a sip of my Coke.
So there's a lot of change in speed limits on this country road, this rural area. It goes all the way from 30 up to 50, then very quickly comes back down to 30 in areas, so you've really got to keep your eyes open. Now, it's important you don't go above that speed limit. Holly's making great progress at close to 50 at this point. There's nothing wrong with that as far as I can see. It's a nice straight road. It's nice and clear. What can be important is also not to go too slow on these roads if it's safe to make good progress. Otherwise, you're going to end up upsetting other people and causing them to try and overtake in dangerous areas, which we want to really avoid. So try and use your own judgment to decide what is an appropriate speed on the road.
After 300 yards, turn left.
well done. You've been getting that clutch up now as well. You're doing well under pressure. No flies on you, eh?
After 200 yards, turn right. Turn right.
So as we go through this housing estate, we should notice something reasonably quickly, especially passing junctions such as this. There are no road markings, which means there is no way to mark whose right of way it is. Fairly clear on junctions like this, but still worth taking a second look, but not so clear on crossroads. So really important point coming up.
After 100 yards, turn right. Turn right.
When it's safe to do so, can you pull over on the left?
Yeah.
As you might have noticed from Holly's outburst there, she has picked up on exactly what we've just come across. And as you can see, this is a perfect example of a crossroads with no road markings, meaning no one has right of way. So you really need to at least go very slowly through there, make sure it's clear that there is no one coming either way, and really decide on what's happening rather than just shooting across without looking any direction.
That was some good sound effects, that was. That was good sound effects. You do that again?
Can't do
At
it
the
like.
end of the road, turn right.
Happy? Good. When it's safe to do so, drive on.
Okay. Should I go on? No, I'm gonna go.
Turn right.
That was good. Looking back, could you have made it in front of the white car?
Probably. but
Probably, but go on.
We just left.
It's not worth the risk. No. If you don't go, what is it?
If I don't go.
Yeah, if you don't go when you could have gone, if you hesitate,
Probably a minor.
probably possibly a minor fault.
But if I got it wrong,
If you got it wrong, that's the end of your day.
I can live with a minor.
Yeah,
it's fine.
and me. I could live with 14 minors. Good mirror check there, Hol. Very good mirror check. That's what differentiates, you know, men from boys, or something like that.
How long do you think you're going to creep for? A week. I bet you car? I'm going to be so brown. Roundabout. How many have you going? Oh, I like it. Because 3, there's always a spare wheel. You know? There's always a spare wheel when there's 3. 4's a good number.
It's brown, it's nice.
Yeah.
If you can split up on a few minutes, we go 2 and 2.
That's it. If you fall out, you can go 2 and 2. You know? 3's no good. 2 can be a little bit boring, you know?
2? No, not 2.
No, I like that. It's a good shout. I'll go Vegas in a year or so. 6 the best, yeah. My boy's friend's dad talked me into it.
Why did you need talking to go to Vegas?
Well, because I didn't see it as a big thing, but once he told me about his experience in Vegas, I was like, I'm there.
You haven't seen The Hangover?
I have seen The Hangover. I have. And I liked it a lot. Yeah. So yeah, that's happening, for sure. My wife said, can I come? I was like, no, you can't. You're not
That's
coming.
holiday.
It's a lad's holiday, that's it. That's not lad's holiday for coming, is it? No. So you go with your lady friend.
Cross the roundabout, 3rd exit. They should tell you what lane to get into on these signs.
I just think it should be one of those things they should add.
Yeah. Maybe the car should just drive itself for you.
Some cars do that.
They do, but you still need a full license.
What, to drive, for a car to drive?
Yeah.
Cross the roundabout. 3rd
Keep that in
exit.
mind.
So again, looking at that roundabout from earlier, we're actually on the opposite side of it now. If we're heading down Eccleshall Road, which is a 3rd exit towards Stafford McDonald's, we need to make sure we're in the right lane here. If we try and take the 3rd exit from the left lane, we are going to fail our driving test. If you end up in the left lane, it's absolutely fine. Just continue down the 2nd exit, which is where the road will take you. Don't try and change lanes on the roundabout. You can't even get a minor for that. If you try and change lanes on the roundabout, however, you'll get a serious fault and fail your driving test.
So are you feeling like a normal lesson, or are you feeling a little bit more nervous, or?
Oh, I was absolutely breaking at the start. I can't lie.
Were you?
Yeah.
You even had a little tinge of red. We'll rewind that for you. That could be like the intro.
Take the exit.
Really good lane position there. Correct lanes again.
Again. Felt like it wasn't right the first time. I should probably know that. I drive a little bit. I drive that way.
So this is Eccleshall Road. It's a 30-mile-an-hour road, but there's very little in the way of speed signs, so it's very easy for people to speed up, so really watch your speed on this road. There's also, as you can see, parked vehicles. On this occasion, Holly, you've forgotten to check your central and left mirror here, so we've got another minor for that. So really got to just keep an eye on that.
No, I need to do a video on that, to be honest.
Turn left.
So when it's safe to do so, can you pull over on the left? You sound surprised that I've asked you to do that. Almost, you know, taken aback. When it's safe to do so, drive on. And yes, I'll let you have that, that's okay.
I know, I was trying to stop like before I reached it.
Always be scanning the road ahead, so make sure you don't miss anyone. In this case, we've got a zebra crossing, we've got children running across. It's quite easy to see, but if someone's waiting on the side, especially when we're so focused on the driving test, it's very easy to miss sometimes. So your main job as a driver is to make sure you're scanning the road ahead.
So can you pull over on the left?
Why are you doing them all in one? I'll do it to flip it down. Oh, I don't know where to go. I'm gonna fail for this. I feel like I am.
After 200 yards, turn right.
No. I'm not doing it down here. Sorry, but
So this is absolutely fantastic. This is a really good example of an independent driver. Holly's assessing the situation. She's deciding on her own, you know what, none of these areas are safe, so I'm not going to stop here. Although she's having some really good sound effects with it, and yeah, she's telling us all about it. This is absolutely great. And actually, you can't get a minor for that. You can't get a serious fault or a minor because they want to see safety. They want to see that you're using your brain rather than just pulling over willy-nilly over double yellows or in front of a junction.
If you've thought about it and you don't feel like it's safe, then that's okay. Yeah?
But what if you did think it was?
I do think it was, but that's okay. I'm not going to give you a minor for it because at least you've thought about it. It's better than pulling over somewhere that's not safe, isn't it? You with me?
Yeah.
As long as you've got a reason for it and you can give a reason for it, then it's okay. If you just don't go around, if you don't pull over anywhere ever and just say, no, not safe, then that's not going to be okay.
Okay.
You with me?
Yeah.
After 300 yards, turn left. Turn left.
Really tight road here, cars parked at one side of the road. As you can see, this is cozy. Best thing you could possibly do is slow the car right down. I'm talking 10, possibly 15 miles per hour max. So we have parked a little bit close to a junction on the opposite side, which is just going to block people's view from getting out and cars getting past at the same time as people waiting. So it's just a little bit touch and go this. As I said to Holly, I'm going to let you off with a minor rather than a serious fault. But just in future, make sure you're not so close to junctions. Try and be aware of junctions on the opposite side of the road as well.
Let you off, okay? But keep that in mind in future. Again, even if you have to drive on again, drive on again. Yeah? That's good, that was it.
After 80 yards, turn right.
How are you feeling about your driving test now?
Turn right.
There's been a lot of fails because of this, so it's worth noting we're coming to the end of a one-way street. If we're turning left, as normal, we would hug the curb going round to the left. If we're turning right, however, we should be hugging the curb to go round to the right. If you go down the middle of the road and you block a car behind you, this could very easily lead to a serious fault.
You know, when we were at the test centre, I was like, oh my god. Like, that's where I'm going to take the test.
Was it a surreal moment?
It was. I didn't know it was so close to the range. I don't know if I should go or not. I'm going to stay here.
What don't we take?
Really good looking ahead here, Holly. You've clearly spotted the meeting traffic situation and you can't really afford to miss it. Once you're in, it's a long way there you're going. So really well done there. And as we've just discussed, don't take any risks at all. If you're wondering, can I make it? The answer, it should always be, no, I can't. Never take a risk.
Just a gentle, cool nod of approval.
200 yards, turn left, then take the second right.
This yeah.
Just keep in mind it's not a signal.
Then take the second right.
Well, yeah, because she said left.
Yes. Yeah. So what does that teach you in future? Don't always listen to the sat nav.
Oh.
Yeah? Because that wasn't, you didn't need to signal there. It's fine that you did, just turn it back off.
After 80
Yeah, because you're telling people that you're going to get around the corner and then you
cross
turn it
the
left.
roundabout.
Oh.
Turn right, then cross the roundabout.
This is really unfortunate, Holly, but the crux of it is you've gone over the white line for stopping at the traffic lights. Now, this is an awkward situation because at those orange lights, you've got to make that decision of should I go or should I stop? You can't ever do the in-between, which is half stop and half go and not commit to stopping before the line. And that's what you've done there. So that would be a serious fault.
Well done. You watched the van first to see if he was able to go, and then decided no, he's not going. The lights must be red for him. So that was well done.
Yeah, I didn't know if they were.
After 100 yards, cross the roundabout, second exit. Cross the roundabout, second exit.
So that was the wrong way. Okay, doesn't matter then.
That was the wrong way.
Yeah, there was a second exit left, but it doesn't matter.
That didn't look like it, did it?
Yep.
No.
Love it when you start arguing, Holly. Maybe you should teach me to drive.
Didn't look like it on the side now.
We're going to turn right here, okay. Again, would you get serious, minor?
Minor.
You wouldn't get anything. Told you this, you can go the wrong way. You don't, it doesn't matter if you miss the sat nav, as long as you do it safely. You wouldn't get anything at all. Alright? You've got to remember that, because so many people fail because they're in the wrong lane and then they try and turn right in the left lane. That's how they fail.
Turn right in the left lane.
Well, you've seen how nervous you were at the beginning. Yeah? You saw how much you overthought that Eccleshaw roundabout, even though you knew what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah?
That's true.
I know looking back, I'm like, I told you, we talked about it, but when you're in the moment and you're absolutely bricking it,
First.
you've got this person sitting here, you know they want you, you know, your whole body's saying they want you to go right at the roundabout and you're in the left lane, and you're thinking, my instructor said don't do it, but he's sitting there and he's going to pass me if I do this.
True.
And they don't, they just instantly fail you every time. But we're going to carry on, yeah, left. Yeah. So yeah, that's how it happens every time a coconut. We're going to, rather than going directly to the test centre, in case there's people doing tests, we're going to turn right into the range. We're going to go to the very corner of the car park where it's nice and quiet, and then you're going to do a reverse bay park.
I'm just gonna go outside.
Don't overthink it, just do whatever you want. You can still move, it's not the end of the world, is it? If you're happy with that, then just crack on.
Just gonna leave it here.
But you're going into that side, you've got to make sure there's no car next to you. No. If that's 3 spaces from that line, 1, 2, 3 is next to the car, so you need to go to the next line.
I'm here. Not there. We'll go with this.
Go with that then.
The reversing manoeuvre itself is absolutely fantastic. The way you fixed it is absolutely great. The problem we've got here is as you're reversing back now, straight back, you are not looking behind you, you're staring in one place, and that's in a side mirror. So you can't see if someone's going to walk their dog from the cemetery behind your car or anything else. So for that, I'm sorry, but you've got to have a serious fault.
Cool. Turn the car off. And that is the end of your test, Holly. How you feeling?
That wasn't that great. That this one, but it's alright.
This one? Why? What's wrong with it?
It's actually it's in. So
It's in.
fine.
It's in, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah? Doesn't matter if you go forward. What's that count as? If you have to drive forward once.
Nothing.
It's a minor. It is a minor.
To drive forward.
Yeah. But do we care?
No.
No. How many minors can you get?
14.
So don't think twice about it.
Oh, that's fine.
What we do care about is the end of the bonnet's in. Have a look out your window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just compared to that car.
I know. Is that car in?
Hang on. It is. Is it in? I was just looking off the reflection. Oh, that's probably not in.
Jump
is
out
it?
and have a look if you want. Jump out, have a quick look.
Oh, God. What if it's not in? Then I fail.
Just have a look.
Oh. That's not fair because there's a bush there.
Okay. So, how do you find that?
It was alright.
Good. Right, first of all, that's the end of the driving test for Holly. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. Help me make more videos. I need to get to that 1,000 subscribers, so I'm a real boy. What else is there? Oh yeah, I'm going to give Holly some feedback now. So, do you want to do the whole, what do you think about it?
No, don't do that.
No, okay. Unfortunately, you failed on two serious faults. 3 if you count this one. First one was you went through that light and you should have carried on or you should have braked harder, but you went over the line. There's no dodging that one. Yeah? I can't, there's nothing I can do. Some things you just can't get away with. Going slightly over the speed limit, yeah. 33, 34, 35 even sometimes, yeah. Okay, or you clip a curb, you just caress that curb. Yeah, okay, we'll let it off.
Yeah.
But unfortunately with the lights, that stop line, going over there was a kid there, wasn't there? He wants to cross the road. I mean, he could have gone round the car. Doesn't matter. The line's there, the stop line. You've either got to, we probably should have just carried on through in that case. Yeah, or otherwise you brake harder.
Okay.
Doesn't matter if we're uncomfortable. Stop behind the line. You with me? Even if at worst, if you stop behind the line and it was uncomfortable, what's the examiner going to give you?
Minor?
I would think he'd give you a minor. Yeah. Just because like, oh come on, your driving should have been a bit better than that. Yeah.
So in short, we have a number of minors for not checking our right mirror before going around cars, and we have a few serious faults for positioning at traffic lights, stopping over that white line. So at least we've got a clear indication of where we need to progress in order to be ready for the test. We also have some slight hiccups with the reverse bay parking. That's why these mock tests are so good, because they really shine any errors in our driving. So well done, Holly.
Yeah. Again, you stopped over another line. And that's it. There was a couple of other things, just little hiccups like...
You said I failed on 2.
Yeah, so let's just count it as 1. You went over 2 lines.
Okay.
There was another thing, but I can't remember what it was off the top of my head. But once I watch this bad boy, I will. And then finally, a couple of little things. We went over... we didn't go over. The one-way street, cooperative street. Past the co-op?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a one-way street. At the end of the road, and we're turning right, where should you position yourself?
On the right.
On the right. Where were you?
Oh, I knew that though.
Pardon?
I knew that though.
Did you?
Yeah.
Good. You know for next time. So I'm just going to put that down as a minor. If there was another car behind you, waiting, what would that be in a...
Really?
Yeah. You're delaying the other cars. Yeah. Plenty of times that's happened with the Sirius. All right.
Yeah.
Holly, you've done really, really well. You nailed that roundabout. The amount of people that fell on that roundabout, unreal. You've done really well. You didn't pass, but they're easy things to fix. It's just a traffic light mistake. Shows how easy little things can catch you out. You've done fantastic though. You're going to be fine for your driving test. That's it for now, ladies and gents. Take care. See you later. You want to say bye?
Bye.
Bye.